Hey guys, it's Michael Todd, and welcome back to The.Cult.Of.Vintage. So, after a 1.5 hour drive, I have finally arrived at our destination today. Today, we are in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, at the Old Engine Works Marketplace. Yes, I was reading the sign. At least I knew where I was today, so that's a promising thing. We're very near the Pennsylvania New York border. I've never been here before. The reviews on this place are fantastic. I saw a lot of customer pictures up on Google. They looked very promising. So we're going to go ahead and get in here and see if we can't find some goodies. Now, I'm not going to say we're just looking for resale, because if we find something that, I don't know, is saying, take me home, put me on your shelf amongst all of the many other things, we'll do that. So, we're going to get in here and get to shopping. See you inside. Okay, guys, so here is the exterior. I just wanted to give you a quick peek before we head inside. All right, so it does say open daily 10 to 5. You can barely see it, but it does say open daily 10 to 5. All right, guys, let's head inside, shall we? Okay, guys, here we are inside, and I was immediately impressed with the overall aesthetics. Now, the Old Engine Antique Marketplace was at one time quite literally an old engine factory. Now, I don't know the specific dates, but look at this place. It's amazing. I was immediately captivated by the ceiling. Look at that, all of those skylights up there. It was just such a fun place to shop in. I really did enjoy it. Just such history. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start checking it out. And of course, what immediately is catching my eye are the art glass animals. Now, I'm not going to try to profess to know that I know so much about art glass. I don't. I am learning. There's a tremendous learning curve. But at the end of the day, you have to buy what you like, what really speaks to you. And what was speaking to me was that pink glass Fenton frog. Now, he was hand painted. I think he stood out a little bit more just amongst that clear and the yellow, the blue. So that pink really just popped out at me. Now, I will say that there were a lot of vendors that had some sales, so that is always a promising sign. Now, over in this booth, of course, all of the carnival glass, all of the... Oh, look at the Burmese vase I saw, and of course it was hand painted. I do believe it was a Fenton. There's a McCoy tea set next to it, the teapot. A little bit of Fenton is in there. And we are about to head down the main highway here. The main aisle. And of course, talking about Fenton, there is some more Fenton, the blue opalescent, the hobnail. I love that color. It's, obviously it's not the most rare of Fenton pieces, but I always love to look at it. That color is just very soothing to me, especially in the opalescence. So this vendor had a lot of glass, a lot of breakables. It was a little narrow, so it was an adventure, to say the least, to film and make sure that I didn't knock anything over, break it, and, have to buy it. Could you imagine just everything crashing? Ugh, I would have been mortified. So there's a little, oh shoot, nuts and berries. It was a Viking piece. Here we see some blue glass. Now, in particular, what caught my eye is this aqua candy dish here in the back. Now, it is etched with some grape clusters. You'll see that here in just a second. We're reaching in there to get the price, and it is $25. Not a bad price, definitely collector friendly, just not where I wanted it to be for resale for that particular piece. Look at that amethyst glass. Ooh. Now here I am lifting up this pink art glass ashtray. It is heavy, that is for sure. It was a definite high quality piece of glass. That is also $25. Speaking of $25. Again, really collector friendly. Um, Now, I am not afraid to spend a little bit of money. We're getting there, and you're going to see later on, but just not for that. It really wasn't unique enough. Now, here, what really caught my eye was this uranium glass, the juicer. Now, who has not seen this uranium glass juicer by now? But what I've never seen is the juicer on top of, what are those called? The pitcher. I've actually never seen that combo. Of course, a little bit of jadeite there. Oh, this seltzer bottle. Look at that green. Ooh, you guys, that wasn't just any seltzer bottle. That was a sparkling seltzer bottle. Phenomenal condition. Now, not only did this vendor have this particular booth, that there is another booth right across the aisle, and we are about to head over there in just a little bit. See that opalescent down there, a little bit again of the carnival glass. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't pick up that amethyst glass jar. I'm curious to know how much that was. The vendor is off screen here talking to me, and she's letting me know, hey, right over here, this is also my booth. And I say, well, okay, let me go check it out. So she's a fan of the opalescent too, we can tell. And some more Fenton, of course. Now, I did see this uranium set. Look, it has the ladle in there. Look at the hand painting on that. Oh my gosh, it was pristine. Little Royal Dalton figurine there. Oh, we've jumped to another booth, apparently. Now, this booth had a lot of stuff going on. Now, I'm going to say this. Looking at this booth, it didn't necessarily have the aesthetic that I was after. However, I really do recommend checking it out. You just never know, just because you're thinking, oh, I don't really know if this person's really going to have anything for me. Check it out. It takes one piece to really make it well worth the time and the effort going into it. So we're just kind of perusing around here. There are some Hummel figurines. I really like the Hummel figurines. They remind me a lot of my grandmother, so it's always got a little sentimental place. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn around in just a minute because there was a piece that had caught my eye in one of the lower shelves, but I just couldn't quite make the crouch down in the other direction. So you're going to see there's a lot of crystal figurines, which are pretty. Not, again, just not my thing. But what I did want to show you, I don't know why, but this little kingfisher here, this figurine in the front, 1895. I thought that it was done very simply, very elegantly. I thought with the color palettes just being so soft that would fit into a lot of modern decor. So we're getting a little close up of the Hummels there, or as my grandmother used to say, the Hummies. That's right, they're not Hummels anymore, you guys. They're Hummies. Now, this booth, what caught my eye immediately was this pair of ceramic flamingos. Now, I was trying for everything to try to figure out who they were. Um, I kind of had a feeling that they were a Japan piece simply because the one on the right, you can see his eye paint's it's a little sloppy, truth be told. Now, I was trying to look underneath. I couldn't see any markings. I thought, well, maybe they're like a USA, they're a California pottery, which a lot of times, especially, they'll put them on the back. So I wasn't able to see a maker, and I didn't bother asking one of the associates simply because I was judging the price of those off of the price of the other items in the cabinet. While the prices certainly weren't terrible, again, collector friendly. I didn't really think that they would be priced for me to resell, so I just kind of kept it moving. Again, just seeing what else we could find. You never know. So let's see. Am I seeing anything? Oh, I kind of see that blue crystal egg. I wouldn't. Darn it, Michael. Why didn't you? Right there it is. See it? Yeah. I've never done a voiceover, so this is definitely a learning curve. I might have recorded this audio 3 times over now. So I'm quite literally watching this almost like the first time every time, being like, oh, I can't believe you missed that. Now, I did see these two pheasants here. The colors were very striking. They immediately caught my eye. They just kind of jumped out. Yes, those are clowns. Now, they are, I believe it said 15 or 14.95. They are Lego. Um, Again, the sculpt was fantastic. The colors so vibrant, but at $15, it just, again, I thought it would be great for a collector to buy them at. I mean, definitely. But for reselling, and that would be something I would want for resale, you know, it just wasn't there so far as cost. Those are Goebel eggs. They did do a number of years for those. I do have one, 1978, because, all good things from 1978, folks. All good things. You see that old flashlight there? That's interesting. Now, I did find some more salt and pepper shakers. We're going to flip around here in just a second. Boop. And we're going to check and see if we can't find anything kitschy. Now, the salt and pepper shakers, I always look for like the kitschy stuff, the anthropomorphic stuff, the weird, the unusual. That's always the stuff that's going to make it the most collectible. Now, I do see, I bet you know which pair I'm going for. That's right. These little ducks here, I believe they're ducks. They're little birds, fowl, winged creatures. I liked their coloring. They very much reminded me of the Lefton Bluebird. So they're not. I mean, they're definitely not. But 15 again for a collector, fantastic price. For me, I would have liked to have paid $5 to have felt comfortable paying that. There's a little Amberina. I think that was Crackle Glass little miniature pitcher. I do see those a lot. They seem to be very common in this area. Oh, and then I did spot this. Oh, nuts. Were you Hazel Atlas or Anchor Hawking? Flip it over, Michael. Let's see. What is it? What? What's the marking? I Okay. Well, thanks for the detailed shot there, Michael. Let's just go ahead and set that back down. Now here, look at this beautiful little art glass. I I don't know. I think it's a pink swan. Obviously, the pink you automatically when I think it's a flamingo, but I really don't think that it is. Beautifully done. And I was like, what's this little yellow? 19.99, 50% off. There it is. That's our first purchase. We're definitely going to get that guy. I just loved the color. Look at that. There's no air bubbles there. It does have its polished bottom. Those are the two main things that I'm going to look for in art glass. Of course, we're going to check it over for any chips, any cracks. No chips or cracks to glass. I will do it for ceramics, but I will not do it for glass. So we're about to pop over to another booth. Bloop. And what I saw was this Art Deco cat. Oh, I'm sighing just looking at it on the video. Now he is a bookend. It is a single. It was priced at $45. Now it's a cast metal. Now there is some pretty significant damage down there by the foot. That shade of green, that sculpt. Oh my word! How could you not love that? I would have probably been tempted to spend 45 had it been a set, but again, at the single, just not really where I would have liked it to be. Yeah. Oh, what are you? What are you, beautiful little vase? You are $85, so you're going to stay there. That's what you are. Trapped in a case. But booth sale, 20% off. Like I said earlier, there were a lot of vendors that had a lot of sales. A lot of apothecary medical jars were in this cabinet. I know there's a lot of collectability and desirability to them. Unfortunately, I just don't know anything about them to be able to pick them up. Now, if I were to head straight back, and I did, I just didn't film it, it's filled with a lot of furniture, beautiful furniture, but not really what I was here for today. Didn't have a big agenda. Always want to keep my eye out for the mid century, the kitschy, the unique, the unusual, the weird. Of course, I do love my Austrian, German, West German. Oh, now look at this beautiful dish. It's a clear glass, but it did come with that figural deer, and there were spots like you could take that out and move it around, but you could also then put in taper candles. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was $65 for the entire set. Again, for a collector, that would be a phenomenal deal. I'm just not to the point yet where I feel comfortable selling something for $65. I do think, due to the unique piece, the fact that, even though it was clear, I've never seen one like that. I do think that there was value, but I just get nervous about that. And of course, the Smurfs. How can I not stop and look at the Smurfs? So I dig in, and we're back. I'm not going to bore you with digging through the Smurfs. Now, in a earlier video digging through the warehouse, I did find some beautiful glass lampshades for a lamp that I have that I wanted to find replacements for, and I did get them. Unfortunately, I didn't really like them. Oh, there's a little Balik. See it back there? But yeah, I didn't like that's that cream glaze with the what do you call those? Clovers. But I didn't like the shades on the lamp, so I'm still on the lookout for glass lampshades. Oh, Michael, there's chenille. Why are you going by it? I did find this art glass bird. Oh yeah, look, use the chenille for a backdrop, but don't notice it while you're there. Now here my thumb is pointing to some pretty significant air bubbles. Now that is not to take away from the talent and the artistry that went into making it. But if it is a higher end art piece, the allowance of those kinds of air bubbles or inclusions, if you will, it just simply wouldn't make it to market. So it did lead me to believe, I can't believe I'm passing by that chenille. I said bye to the duck, but they wouldn't have allowed that onto market if it was something like Murano. And of course, here's some uranium. I wanted to pick it up and check out the price. It was $16. It's a really good price. Now I have picked up uranium tidbit trades before. I'm going to bust out the flashlight right here. But there was nothing really overly unique about it. It was a bit too plain. I think $16, there was definitely room for resale on that piece, but it just wasn't especially unique enough to me. But yeah, tip, always make sure that you have a UV light because not just green glass glows, but yellow and clear and milk glass and blue. Oh, but I decided, yes, I ended up getting a basket and there's the three Smurfs. So here we are now walking up towards the front of the antique mall. There was a lot of furniture or larger decor pieces on this side. So I really wasn't seeing a whole lot, but still, I wanted to give you guys like a thorough overview of everything. Do I see anything? Really not seeing anything now either. I'm still kind of bummed about that chenille, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, nah. Meh. Let's see, anything over here? No, no. Oh, now I do see this pretty green glazed pottery piece. It is a little crude. It does, to be honest with you, I don't know why, but it did say that, hey, I'm something of quality. I don't know who it's by. Now it's only $19.99. I don't know my pottery for nothing, truth be told. But like I said, there was something about the sculpt, about the color. I did leave it behind because again, I just don't know anything about pottery. So it was a $20 risk I wasn't willing to take, at least today. Oh, hey Dale, how you doing? Rest in peace, brother. Didn't really see anything in there either. And we're looping around. And then I did see, ooh, look at this. Imagine serving your sangria out of that set. What? Talk about pinkies up. Lord be. 20% off. Again, look at all these sales, you guys. Y'all need to go check it out. And we're going to head out here and we're going to jump to some more salt and pepper shakers. Oh, no, that's a giant lie. We're going to look at poodles. But first, let's check out this West German figural creamer. Now, this is actually the second time that I have seen this piece. I've seen this piece locally, so I was kind of shocked to see him. He's very angry. He's not very happy. He does not enjoy pouring cream out of his head. Leave him alone. But I did see these spaghetti poodles. Now, they both appeared to be the chained poodles. These were the mommy poodles. Their kids ditched them. They're off shopping somewhere else, $24. Now, this one interested me a little bit more because the spaghetti on it was chunkier, it was longer, it was thicker. I don't know. I was like, are you Italian? And then I was like, no, I don't think you are when I saw that numbering. And the Italian spaghetti tends to be a lot thicker, even thicker and longer than what you just saw in that poodle. A lot of smalls. I did see those blue cat shakers, but they were $20, I think. So I was like, no. Now these squirrels, these long tail, long body, forget long neck. They just long period. $25. Again, well, okay, so I didn't get it to focus, but they were $25. Fantastic for a collector, but again, for resale, truthfully, now that's a set that I probably would have paid 15 for, just because again, the long tail, long neck. Now here, up next, you're going to see something exciting. Boom. What? Yes, that is right. You are looking to the right. I almost called it persimmon. It is a Viking persimmon glass swung vase pedestal. Gorgeous. Ooh, I love Viking glass. Look at that. Look at that base. Six petal. It looks like it's hanging off the edge of the shelf for some reason. Oh, it's because it's glass. Oh, it's very dirty glass. That's why. Wow. I didn't even notice that until now. And next to it, we are looking at an Empoli diamond. I'm not being shady. I mean, how I didn't even see it when I was there. It's very tall, and I'm stretching to see the top of that. That is an Empoli Diamond Point Genie bottle decanter. Beautiful condition. It is in what is referred to as the amber. I call it gold because I do not believe it is a true amber. You can definitely see with that underlight that it does read much more gold than what we think. I think most of us think of as amber. That said, because the piece was at 35, which is, if you know Empoli, that's a steal. But because it was the gold, I decided to leave it behind. Now, I did, of course, get the Viking swung vase, the pedestal. And underneath there, again, I'm a sucker for blue opalescent for some reason. Now, I did see this little vase here. I thought it was absolutely adorable. That interesting bottom to it. It reminded me almost of a cabbage leaf or of a lotus. Now, it was $19. Oh, one thing that I do want to point out that I did not get on film, everything that we're looking at right now is 15% off. So I was very interested in it, and I kind of went back and forth, and I went back and forth, and I went back and forth, and I went back and forth because I'm highly indecisive. And you know what I said? I know I left it behind. I said, no, nope, no, no, no. But I did see over here were these two perfume bottles. Now, the one is in an amethyst glass, the other one is a yellow satin glass, and I could see from here that they were $15. So we're going to pull them out closer. Here we go. There is your amethyst. That was the one that I was more interested in. Again, $15, 15% off. I was like, okay. And then I'm looking, and obviously the lid is taped on, so I couldn't see, the stem. But here in the light, in real life, you can kind of see it. This stem, you guys, was broken. I was heartbroken. Not to say that, collectors still could not enjoy that piece, but I'm like, oh, it's broken glass. This one, completely gone. So I was a little bummed out about that, but you know what? Such is life. I found some other really good stuff. So put it down, Michael. You're not buying it. Just let it go. Get over it. There you go. There you go. Don't worry, I actually did put these back where I found them. Oh, I was heartbroken. Okay, bye. Nope. Oh, nope. You're still going to pine away on it. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. Let it go. Just, Michael, let it go. Okay, we're letting it go now. Okay, back to salt and pepper shakers. Let's go from art glass to what are these? TF? They're salt and pepper shakers. TF, made in Japan. I'm like, are you supposed to be like, I If somebody knows, please put that in the comments because that still is puzzling me. It looks like they're wearing fudge for their hair. And then I'm like, okay, give me the price. Let's see. Back off, snowman. And they were $15. Yeah. Oh, well, I was a little upset apparently at the price. I threw that price tag down. Now this booth, ooh, you know what's sticking out to me? Look at that under that glow underneath it. It is more Viking glass. It is in the persimmon, and it is in the persimmon because we will see on the bottom. There it is. Look at that. Isn't it glorious? It's a beautiful shape, very floral-esque. Now it's, oh, Michael, what are you doing? It's $16. I kind of regret not getting that piece, especially for 16 bucks. The reason I didn't get it is because I literally just picked up that persimmon swung vase and I've sold one other piece of Viking persimmon. And I'm like, okay, what am I trying to do? Like, be well known for persimmon glass here? Like, settle yourself. Now I am going to bring up into frame, yeah, this pretty piece. I loved it. It was a unique shape. I love the color green. It was heavy. It did have a smooth bottom, but you can see there is a pretty significant air bubble right in the middle of the piece. So again, if we're looking at a more higher end artisan piece, that air bubble, that it would just simply would have been unacceptable. They wouldn't have put it out into production. So we did leave it behind. But for a beginner collector, maybe somebody that was going to use it as a trinket dish and you were never going to see that bubble, it was a fantastic deal. Oh, there it is. There it is. My beautiful. Oh, ooh. Like I said, it's all, for me, it's the shape. It is the shape. And this is my alien flower. Look. Oh, Lordy B. Now, I do believe the technical term for this is simply called free form. From what I've, oh my gosh. Doesn't it? It looks like it's an alien flower. It's like something out of space. Look at the, oof, that deep, what, I'm just going to call it brown with that blue. Ooh. And then the edges are clear, but because the brown, it reflects up. So it doesn't really look clear. And then I'm like talking and chitty chat. And then I'm like, wait a minute, booth 20% off? B156? Oh my gosh, it says B156. So yes, it is $48. It is 20% off. And then I'm going to start hemming and hawing because I absolutely love it. It is super heavy. Well, I'm not going to call it super heavy. It's still reasonable to ship. There are no air bubbles at all in this piece. Smooth bottom, beautiful shape, beautiful color combination. I'm like just in love with it. And now I'm debating. I'm scared. Am I going to spend this? This is going to be the most expensive piece I've ever purchased for resale. I think you all know by now that I do end up getting it because I put it on my Instagram feed and I am very proud of my Instagram reel. I am going to sell it. It is going to be available in a live sale with Misty and Michelle. So I did oh, yep, we're happy. We're happy. See, we're doing the happy jiggle. And I'm about to terrify and scare all of you with this shot. Here we go. Yes, I did put the alien flower in right next to the Viking glass vase. I did. These are the Smurfs that I got earlier. And I decided to go ahead and put them back because, truth be told, I actually do already own them. It's two Smurflings, and yes, I said Smurflings. They're two little kid Smurfs and Smurfette. So I was like, well, you already own them. So, okay, stop scaring people with the basket shot and move on. Here we go. Up next, I did want to point out these two little Easter Pixies. Now, they do have the rubber face. They are made in Japan. They are in relatively good condition. They were priced at $16 each. I was tempted to have these for my own personal collection because the Easter Pixies are so hard to find. Oh, ooh, I passed the Napco Flower Fairy. I wish I had gotten that. I was too excited to show you guys these Mercury Glass, like the grape cluster and the multicolor. I was enraptured by the Christmas. Oh, I missed, oh man. But there is a spun cotton head Santa, a little putz Santa there, and a little no name made in Japan spun cotton. And of course, we have the mid century putz houses. Very kitschy, very cute. I don't know. I believe that Christmas should be celebrated year round. So at this point, I figure, okay, well, let's go ahead and wrap it up until I see Beetlejuice. He is $85 new in package, so I was fixated. Now, I did not get him. I left him behind, but of course, I thought I'd leave it on a high note with Michael Keaton. So, guys, thank you for stopping in, and we're going to go ahead and do a, what do you call it? A wrap up. Here we go. Okay, well, I'm busted because guess what I forgot to do the day that I was recording, and that was to film an outro. So we're going to go ahead and film it now. Now, I was out recording on Friday. Today is Sunday evening, and I'm going to post this video tomorrow, so I definitely needed to kind of get on the ball. So anyhow, that was a great antique mall. I hope you guys really do agree. There were some beautiful things in there. And what made the experience even better was just such a very welcoming, inviting, and friendly staff. That can make even a not so great antique mall even better, but just makes a good antique mall superior. So thank you to the staff. You guys were great. I really do appreciate it. And again, you guys, if you are within driving distance, even if it might take you a little bit to get there, I would highly recommend checking it out. Now, again, while I didn't find a whole lot for resale, we only found 3 pieces. There were some amazing stuff in there, and they had great prices for collectors. So if you were just out and about and you need something to do for the day, then I highly recommend checking it out. I am going to try to drop a link to their Facebook below. I actually don't have Facebook, so we're going to see how that works. So anyhow, guys, thank you again for tagging along. I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and most importantly, keep it dusty. Bye, guys.